Hello and welcome back to City Skylines rebuild of Cruz. This is Wolf, and this is the area that we did on the last episode. I'm gonna take another episode to detail it because I want to start on this area we see here. This will be done over several episodes, and I was trying to come up with what I was going to start with, and I finally decided that in order to get a good start to the area. And so I'm gonna start with the train station area and the tram area and everything around it there. So there will be a new train station and a bus depot, and the tram area will be rebuilt also there. I have a train station in mind. It's quite big and also doesn't quite fit what I have in mind, but I have to do with it because the metro stations are at one each. There are two metro stations. They are at one end of each other of the station. So let's finish the cinematic and go into bring up the UI here. The, oh, there we go. Don't know what's happening here. Okay, there we go. So I'm just looking around here, trying to figure out. I know that this road is gonna not connect there. I'm gonna redo that. So this avenue here is gonna be moved one step, but so to get some more space over between the train station and the road there. But first, I'm gonna remove all of the zoning. As you've seen, I have already taken away all the buildings that was here. I did that off recording. So I get a fresh clean start here and a fresh clean slate to start with. We're gonna keep the parks as they are, because especially the Myrtle grounds there, I really like that with the rocks in the middle there. So this here, we are gonna move this avenue over to here instead. Yes, there are something that is a little bit wrong here with the roads here. Let's see. Yeah, there is a small, not like that. There's a small piece of road, so I have to redo that. Now it should work here with just putting the road in here. Don't need to. Uh, this is what happens when you record the video first and then do the voiceover after. You quite don't remember what you actually did. Yeah, I'm gonna move here because I need a little bit more space for the road, so I'm gonna move this entrance and roads a little bit. I'm gonna need nodes. I took that away in order to not destroy all the roads while I was removing the buildings. So there we go. And this road is later gonna continue over the highway. So I decided that I'm gonna do this a little bit slope up here, and then it's gonna be a bridge over both the smaller road and on the highway over to the other side. That big building, I think it's one of the university buildings there, is gonna be moved a little to fit this road in. I know you really can't do that in the city to like move a really big building just to fit a road, but this is not made to be realistic, but to be made to change the city into the way that I actually want it to. And this episode is going to be quite a bit longer than the other ones I made. It's mostly because I wanted to fit in this build into one episode, and I did all this with the roads and everything before I actually decided what I really wanted to do with the episode. And here is that I don't want this tram line going over here, but it's gonna go that road there over with the over the roundabout. So okay, we need to put in this road here as well. I'm gonna change this one to normal. I don't know what happened there. Why didn't? Oh, it's a bus. It's a bus stop there. Oh, that's why it looks strange. We put that in there, and we just looking at this, thinking about what I'm going to do and how I'm going to plan out this. Yeah, I'm going to take that road over there and connect it, and I'm also going to change one of the on the other side. When I get to that area, I'm going to change the layout of some of the roads there too as well. Change, move some avenues and things like that. And this whole area around the train station is going to be reworked into something completely different. And you see here I have removed everything to make room for what I was planning. This train station that I've chosen, it's a sunken one, and it looks, I think it looks pretty cool, but it doesn't really conform to the ground very well. So there are some parts of it where the ground looks weird on the sides. So that will be when I do the detailing work in a later episode. I'm going to try and fix it more to look a little better. So if I can manage to put this in the way I want it, I actually think I put it one square to not one. Yeah, well, it works well in the end. And as you also see here, the ground is behaving really weird around it. I'm trying later to actually fix that with the ground, but it doesn't really want to work. And you see here that these ramps here, they are very steep, and they also end up uh, above ground level. And as that they're part of yeah, I haven't been able to really change them. I know that there is a way. I think I can do the same with move it there and remove. I could have use move it to change them, but I moved the asset instead. So, or the train station, and you can see some of the trains are flying in the air and things like that. That's due to they were there when I removed the old train station. As soon as I start the game, which I won't do in this episode, they will find their place, because before I start I have to put in all the railroad lines and everything, so that the trains actually know where they're going. So you see here that all of the lines are complete mess now. So I'm gonna put in some rail tracks here, and we're gonna do a little speed build. I'm gonna try and get this to do what I want. We're gonna start with getting all of these lines here. And as you see the highway there in the background, I'm gonna move the roads a little, and you see them moving some buildings here too to get it the way I think I want it. And that this road here is highway is going to be moved a little so that it actually fits 4 tracks in between it, because I need a dedicated passenger line and a dedicated freight line, because there's a lot of freight trains that are going up there, and they're blocking the passenger trains, and it's has been a real mess when I have run the game here. Now I'm getting these tracks on under here to it's all passenger trains. There are, you see, there's one line there that goes solo. That's up to the area north of along the harbor, and the other ones go to other places in the town. And I also removed the freight station that was there before. I'm gonna have a freight station here, but in another place. That will be put in later. This will be redone several times. So that I see here now that it doesn't quite wanna work the way I want it. This is what you get with the City Skylines rails. They behave in really weird ways. So you have to just put them in and then use move it to try and get it to look somewhat nice. There we go. It looks a little bit nicer there. And we're going to take this one and put it in a tunnel similar here. And this is a freight line. It's going to run here. And somewhere along this, where I'm now, I'm going to put in the freight station and probably a freight yard too. And that's because the whole forest area there is going to be taken away. I have a new forest area, as you might have seen in the prelude, that there's a new forest area in the, if we call it southeast part of town, and that is going to replace this one that is here, so we won't need that anymore. And I'm trying to get the rail line so it doesn't quite have this very steep slope. Still a pretty big slope when it goes into the tunnel there. But I think I'm changing that off camera to make it look a little better. So here we have this train station, and there's going to be a lot of work to get this to look a lot better than it actually does. It's a cool looking station, but it looks a little bland. It needs some detailing to make it look better. All those grass areas around there, I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do with it. Maybe get some plazas and maybe some other buildings and things around there to get it to look a little better. And I'm just trying to put in those the pathways, the pedestrian pathways to go into the station. And another thing I just realized that I actually didn't do was should I put in some parking around here, but that is there is space for this to do later. Let's see here, there it doesn't look quite nice with the train conforming there. I don't know why this asset does that, but here I'm trying to see if I can if this is actually a road. It doesn't appear to be. And then I just realized that I didn't want this to be along the actual road like this, so it's better if it's moved in a bit, because I want be able to put in a elevated walkway over the road from the train station to the tram station. That's going to be on the other side here. So first I'm removing the tram tracks, and this whole area is going to be the tram stop station, and also redoing the tram lines around here to make it fit the tram station I'm building. At first I thought that I was going to download something from the workshop, but I actually decided against that, and I made my own little tram station. You're going to see that in the next episode. I finished it off camera. I just put in the tracks and a little bit more in this episode, and I do some detailing work off camera, and you will see that in the next episode. Here I'm moving the train station to be able to get in those walkways. And at the around where it says Barlow Heights, I'm going to put in a bus station, and Intercity Bus Hub, City Bus Hub, and there's also going to be a monorail station at the end there. And now, so when I moved this, the train lines got all confused and was wondering what the hell was happening, because this seems that one of them didn't quite connect properly, so it didn't move when I moved the station. So I have to put that in again. Yeah, I should take that. There we go. And that looks better. And here you see that there is one metro stop here and one metro stop there, which makes the connection between those, when you come in one line and then gonna change to the next one, quite a walk straight across the whole station. But I imagine that there are some what do you call it, those flat escalator walkways that are installed here over some parts, so you don't have to walk the whole way. Even though I prefer to actually walk, this good exercise, but there are some people like that are not able to walk far distances without assistance, so there's usually those kind of things in these big stations. So here I'm trying to get the ground a little more the way I want it. And there's quite a cliff there, and I think I will get some buildings or a retaining wall or something like that in here, and these taxi stops are not going to be here. They're going to be moved to be in front of the train station instead. I'm jumping back and forth here between things because you get an idea and you you do that, and then all of a sudden you go to another area and you get another idea, and then you want to finish it. But before you start with that idea, you realize that maybe you can go back to the idea you had at the first time. So where is that not bus metro hub, not bus metro Intercity Bus Hub? Yeah, I only have 2 metro lines, so I don't need a bus Intercity Bus Hub. That's the one I want. So I'm going to try and put this in here. I'm going to put in the road first, and I'm right here. I don't want any cars interfering with the buses, so I'm going to put in a busway. There aren't any ones. There are. There's only this one with a. I don't know if the buses can cross that line, but I guess I will see that when I put in the lines, which will unfortunately also come in a later episode, because this episode, as I said, is long enough as it is, and the actual building I do here is taking up almost all of the time in this episode, and I have actually speeded it up in several places. And I will see why doesn't it wanna. It just wanna find a road. It doesn't like the bus road there, so you can have it by a bus road to function, but you can't put it in. There you go. No, there you go. Doesn't. You have to get a normal road to put it in, and then you can change the road to a bus road. That is what I'm realizing. I'm checking that it actually fits and gets green there. So I have to change this bus road to a normal road and put in the station, and then I didn't have to change it the whole way. So I'm putting this in, and I think I'm gonna put it in. I can't put it in there. I could have moved that road a little bit. So, and the monorail line is actually gonna cross the bus station here. I think that's kind of cool thing, because I guess that the Intercity bus stop here was here long before the monorail line, but then the monorail line was built, and they figured that the best route for it along this road past the railroad station, and it was actually right across the Intercity bus stop. So now I'm going to put in some of these small bus stations I've downloaded. I saw these in another creator's video, and I really liked them, so I found them on the workshop and downloaded them. Let's see which. I think it was Sardus that I saw using them. I really like his videos, and I watch everything from him. I think he's an amazing creator, and he's given me so much inspiration, and is actually one of the reasons I want to do this myself. So Sardis, if you're ever going to watch anything from me, watch this episode, because I'm giving you a big thank for giving me some well needed inspiration. So let's just try to get this road straight in order to fit, and I was moving this to get it in a better location. I'm gonna see if I can fit in these bus stops here, and I also realized that I actually didn't take away the other ones that I have on the other side that I was gonna take away. So I think I'll do that off camera too, because I don't need that many bus stops. I need many because there's going to be a lot of bus lines going from out from here and out into the city. But I don't need that many lines. So what we're gonna do? Yep. Yeah, we're gonna change this to. I'm gonna try to put in these. This paths here again. To see what we can get that to work, to make it look somewhat good. Yes. That didn't quite work out the way I wanted. Let's see. Let's see, putting in these, and you see the station is doing some really weird stuff with the terrain, so I'm trying to flat it out here and trying to make the terrain look better, but it doesn't really want to cooperate with me, I think. But it's nothing that a few trees can't fix. You see here I'm putting in the pedestrian path here. And I actually think I forgot to put in a path across there. I'm going to do that later also. Yeah, there it went. I don't know what happened there. Come on, that's the way. I can't do that, so I can't even do that. So let's move this like that instead. And then we put in some trees and some other things. There, actually think I'm gonna put in some parking along that whole stretch where there's grass right now. I have this parking lot things that you can just put in and that actually working. So I can just fill that with tarmac and not tarmac, asphalt, and just put in those parking lots along there, and it will actually work as a real parking lots. So thin, no, not thin monorail station. I think I have to put in a normal monorail station here. Where is it? Not that one. Yeah, that's that one. Not no, it's the one with the road. There. I put that in here and have to move it a little because it didn't really want to place where I wanted it to. And you still need a building because that's classified as a building. No, come on. Yeah. Oh, I need to get it. It didn't want to move the way I wanted it here. When I was pulling the mouse in one direction, and the building went in another. So you see, there's you can just walk out of the train station, and you can get either to the subway there below ground, or you can go to the monorail, or you can go to the city buses, or you can go to the intercity buses. And there's a lot of options there, and here is where the monorail line will cross. Now I have to put in a road here, and it's gonna be this one, I think. No, I'm gonna put in a normal one because you see that there's a custom monorail road that I have put there, where there is 6 lanes on the road. But since there's actually one road coming out from there, so I think there's only needed 4 coming over to the monorail station. And here we're going to take away the collision to be able to put this monorail line over here. And I actually think this looks really cool. And then I decided that there is room here, so I'm going to remove the monorail line from this road and put the monorail line beside the road instead. And this looks really wonky here. And I'm trying to find the node, and it doesn't want to just remove this again, move this back a little, and I'm just trying to get it to look the way I want it. And I think I will actually be able to get that now. There we go. And here is the same, trying to find the right node, not the pillar, but actually, and then I realized that there is a satellite dish there on the roof, so I have to move it monorail line a little bit. I don't know why that satellite dish is there, what they're using that for. Maybe they have satellite TV in restrooms or something. Not restrooms, the staff rooms. Maybe they have it in the restrooms too. I don't know what kind of restrooms they have. So now I'm putting in the way this avenue is gonna go. And here I noticed that the terrain here is really weird. It looks like the road is making a huge dip there when it actually doesn't. Not that much, at least. You see here, now it makes a huge dip, and I try to fix it. So I'm taking these, and I just realized there was some parts of it that I missed. So it gets really wonky. And I just see here that there is one part of it that I didn't fix. I have to go back and do that. Now I actually do, does it? Object height there. It looks like it does this huge uphill there, but it doesn't. That's what I'm trying to fix here, but seeing here that it actually quite flat and then it goes down. It just looks like it's that. due to the other terrain differences around it. So now we are gonna connect this road here, and then we're gonna upgrade this road to grass-lined road also. Makes it look a little better. And you see there on the right, those are the bus stops that I'm gonna take away. And I'm putting in the other road here for buses when they go the other way around. I actually think that I might move the bus hub there a little to put in a road to in another way there, so the buses can don't have to interfere with the cars on that road. And once again, I forgot to move my mouse, so my computer went into standby mode. I hope it wasn't too obvious. It's like when you sit here and talk, and all of a sudden the screen on your computer goes completely black, and I have to restart the voice recording because it was one time when I was doing another series, and I just kept on talking. I didn't notice that it had stopped. So I finished the whole series about 10 minutes of talking, and then when I was looking at it afterwards, I realized that it hadn't recorded anything for the last 10 minutes. That was a little bit annoying. So then I had to go back and redo the voice for that 10 minutes. That is the problem with doing voices after you will record the video. Here I'm trying to get the roads to actually comply with what I want to do, and they're not that happy to do that. I want this to gonna be a walkway over the, if I put it like that, I have to move this node a little. I'm gonna put in a walkway over the highway here, because crossing this huge street to get to the tram station is not ideal. I think that there is a very big chance, I have seen how people actually behave around intersections like that. It's very common that instead of going over to the sidewalk, people just opt for just running across the road instead. I think that got a little too high there. I don't think it needs to be that high. So we're gonna remove this and start over, make it a little longer and a little, yeah, and not that tall. Yeah, see how tall does it have to be? Like that. And also the tram right across this part of the road here, the tram line is going to be removed. I mean, no trams along that side of the road. All trams will go into the actual tram terminal. And there we go. So this is going to be the tram area. And let's see what we're going to do here. And this is where I changed. I want to have a 4-lane road, I think, or a 6-lane. No, normal 6-lane road, or with grass. We'll see what like that. And there's a bus stop there also. That I'm not sure that bus stop is going to be there when I'm done, but it might be, since the actual bus depot and bus station is a bit away from the tram. There might be some buses that stop here too, and actually change this to a 4-lane here. I think that fits better. And let's see where the tram lines are. There are the trams. And it's this one on tram track I'm going to use. I don't want any cars wandering in here. So it's going to be a 4-track, 2-stop solution. So there's going to be 2 stops on each part of them. And oh, the node disappeared there. Like that, and we go up there, and then we're gonna move this a little bit to make it look a little better. And the same here. Doesn't really want to comply, but there we go. I'm gonna fill this with asphalt, maybe not the most. I'm gonna take away the brush size a little bit. Maybe not the most appealing, but in the end, I think this area ended up looking actually pretty good. I have some assets that I put in to make the tram stops look a little bit more realistic and nicer. So I'm just filling this in here. Just realized I could have put this on speed 2 or just taken it away in the video, save some time, but it's always nice to see me paint a little. And all of the detailing of this I am doing off camera, so we will see the end result in the next episode. I'm just looking around a little here for planters and thinking of how to do that. I don't end up using these. That they are very close, and I will end up seeing how it looks if I'm going to change it. How it looks when I change the spacing between them. But I end up not using these planters, but using another planter instead, because it didn't. Yeah, it didn't quite turn out the way I wanted it. So this is just me trying to figure out what to do with it, and I end up putting in the subway lines also off camera. So I will show you that in the next episode how I did that. So this is how this area looks, and it's gonna take a whole lot of detail work to get this to look nice. But it's a good start. And then in the next episode, I will show off a little how I did with the tram area, and also put in the subway lines, and then we start building up around it. But I actually think that this might be where I end this episode. Yeah. So we'll see you. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and that you continue to follow the series, and see you in the next one. Have a nice day, night, or morning whenever you're looking at this. This is Wolf, signing out.